To me, it seems that Bitcoin suffers from a bit of a marketing problem. And if it was ever to be done again, it could be attacked from a completely new way. Because as you said on one of the Rogan shows, people know it as being associated with drug dealers, terrorists, and pornographers, which is also true about a lot of new technology, VHS.
Every new technology.
The internet. Okay,
Every new technology.
Right.
Well, why is it that criminals become early adopters of technology? Because they face the highest level of friction in the marketplace. Because criminal enterprise is the least efficient form of enterprise, and therefore you have to use it's the most brutally competitive, and you have to use the most cutting-edge technology. Criminals were the first to use cars, the first to use phones, the first to use electricity, the first to use every single technology. Fire was probably first used by a criminal.
Because they need it for their business, because they're on the cutting edge.
Because by necessity. And that's not saying that that's a good thing. That's just a simple recognition of the fact that when you have something that solves problems, it will be applied in the areas where friction is highest. And the places...
What the London Real Investment Club actually does for you, it gives you the keys to open that door to the inside deals. In the last 3 weeks, I've participated in 3 incredible deals: a layer 2 Bitcoin protocol, an incredible AI protocol. The deal flow is beyond what I expected. I don't think I've ever seen a model like this that just gives average folks the opportunity to be behind the deals, and that's exactly what we've done. Not only that, you get to hang out with Brian Rose every week. And for me, that was huge because I look at Brian as somebody who's not only an expert in the space, and I think is on the leading edge, but just the leading edge of thought with London Real and the work he's doing there. To anyone who's taking a serious look at this, I know it's a big decision. It was a big decision for me and my family, and it is one of the best decisions I've ever made. So I wish you all the best and hope you come join us.
Where friction is highest is usually related to illicit activity, because the friction is imposed by society to stop those things from happening, right?
Okay.
And so, of course they do. Of course they use them. But that changes very quickly, and it changes in every technology, because as the adoption spreads and it becomes more mainstream, the use of the technology changes to reflect the user adoption, to reflect the society and the culture that's adopting it. Right. So, today the internet is used predominantly to post videos of cats.
Still?
It's an enormous industry and will continue to be, the petabytes of cat videos. But the point is that the vast majority of people use the internet to do perfectly normal social interactions, and Bitcoin is already morphing into that.
But it started off with being associated with the Silk Road and these kind of places. But a lot of people, their first contact with it, it was something like that.
Yes,
correct?
And of course, not only there is some association with that, but then of course that is the only association the media wants to write about, because it generates clickbait headlines and eyeballs. So
would you argue that some governments would prefer that association as well?
Oh, they've been actively promoting that association, and they're quite gleefully they're quite gleefully piling on the propaganda, because that allows them to really try to stop something that feels uncomfortable, that is change, that represents a threat.
Hey, I know investing in crypto is scary. It takes a real leap of faith, because there are so many scams, rug pulls, and bad actors out there. It's a dangerous business, which is why 95% of people lose all their money. Well, that's why I created the London Real Investment Club, so you can access the hottest deals on the planet and use the crypto bull market to create the generational wealth that you deserve. Join my team of over 100 people from around the world that are making millions of dollars behind the scenes investing in blockchain, AI, Web3 games, DeFi, Bitcoin, and more. Don't miss out. Click the link below to book a call with one of my team now. But hurry, this bull market will end soon.
I know investing in crypto can be scary. That's why you gotta join the investment club. Pull the trigger. Let's do this.